Thanks for tuning in and welcome everybody to the Colt Online Webinar Q2. Thank you very much for attending today's session. My name is Philip Fomin and today I will show you how your business can benefit from the Colt Online portal. Before we begin with the webinar, I would like to briefly explain how the session is going to work. Please mute your lines. If you have any questions, please use the chat option and I will answer the question by the end of the presentation. This session will be recorded and shared at the end. Today I will explain how to register for a Colt Online account and show you all the available options on the homepage. I will also show how to view and monitor your live services, track and manage service incidents, raise service requests, and how to see planned works. After that, we will also look at profile settings and how you can become a Colt administrator and create new users and update users and much more. And last but not least, we also will look at how you can get support from Colt's side, being it through the help pages that we have created, through the demo videos that are available on the YouTube channel, or even this webinar that you are currently viewing. And of course, how ultimately you can reach the correct support team in case of any type of issue you are facing. So how can you register for a Colt Online account? Well, that's very easy. You only need to type in your browser mycolt.net or search for Colt Online. On the login page, click on the option Register. A new window will open with the Colt Online registration. We enter our first name and our last name and click on Next. In the next step, we have to enter our customer number. If you do not know it, you can click over here. And then we will show you a typical Colt invoice and where the customer number can be found. Here we fill in the rest of our data, email address, phone number, and language, and click on Next. Here you will be assigned available standard roles for the portal, so we click again on Next. Here you can add more roles to your profile. In case you're not sure if you need them, just click on Next. Once you have a Colt Online account, you can always add more roles to your profile. If you want to add a comment to your registration, you can do so from here. Like for example, please add admin rights to my account. We have then to agree to the terms and conditions and click on Submit. And within the next 48 hours, you'll receive our account's access. Let me now show you how the homepage and its most important features look like. After receiving your account's login with your user ID and password, you will see this homepage where you can access the most important features in Colt Online. But what is Colt Online? Colt Online is Colt's customer portal and it's freely available to all our customers. It was launched in Europe many years ago and Colt has invested in it ever since to make it to the best customer portal. Today, thousands of customers across the globe, EU, Asia, and US use Colt Online to view the services, open tickets, check their orders, and much more. It saves you time and gives you total control over your services. And here are some of the options we will see today. The newly released Colt Online dashboard shows you key information about your Colt services and makes it easier for you to do business with Colt than ever before. With the help of the new banner space, you won't miss any important information surrounding Colt Online, such as new releases, webinars, and maintenance. You can also set up any internal or external links for quick access. Moreover, the dashboard is fully customizable, meaning that you can decide which information is important for you to be shown in your dashboard. For instance, you can drag and drop widgets up and down on the page and even hide and show widgets too. Just click the Edit Layout button to start setting up your dashboard. The widgets that you can see on your dashboard depend on the roles you have associated to your profile. For instance, if one does not have billing role, he won't see the billing widgets. Now by default, you will see data for all the account numbers in your profile. In order to filter, you can click into the search bar and it is possible to filter by customer name or account number and have a multi-selection of several accounts at once if needed. The account selected will get saved for the next time you visit the dashboard page and will be captured in a new smart filter throughout the modules tickets, services, billing, and planned works. Another useful widget is the ticket watch list. For this widget, you can put any ticket on a watch list. This way, you will be able to see any update the moment you log in. Following that, we also have other widgets as well. Tickets at a glance, critical tickets, invoices at a glance, and latest invoices. And last but not least, we have also services at a glance and planned works. Today we will also look at various modules from the menu bar. First, I will give a brief overview of the options, and then we will dive into each of them with more detail. The very first on our list is the connectivity checker, available by default to all Colt Online users. It allows you to check Colt internet availability with autonomy, and it's very easy to use. This tool also allows you to upload multiple addresses using a predefined Excel template and check connectivity on net and download the results. Under Orders, My Orders, you can monitor the delivery status of your order, view important stages of your order, get technical information. Here you also have the possibility to download your order data as an Excel, view notifications of important events, and download the handover letter. Under the tab Tickets, you can find an overview of all your tickets online. You can raise tickets or track incidents and outages, and service requests can be raised from here as well. Under the Service tab, My Active Services, you can view the list of your services, check their status, and download the details as an Excel file. Under the tab Billing, you can view your invoices, download CDRs should you have a voice service with Colt. Here you can also raise service requests related to a specific invoice. In the Manage Account Details section, you have the option to change your billing address, order number, customer reference number, billing language, and email address for e-invoicing. In case of legal changes, you will need to raise a ticket. In the section Planned Works, you can see if those affect your service and how you can manage them from here. Finally, we will also look at how we can view and change our profile settings in Colt Online. In the profile settings, it is possible to update your profile, request additional roles, request access to additional accounts if your organization has multiple accounts with Colt. If you're an administrator user, you can manage users from here, create new users, update users, and even delete users if needed. Let's look now at each of the features in more details, starting with the connectivity checker. Now you come back to the home page and click on Check Your Connectivity. First of all, we just see a map. In order for us to do a search for a desired address, we just have to type in the search field. For example, Nutmeg Lane 3 in London and hit search. The tool uses Google to automatically suggest addresses. The search runs and you can see on the map if it's a Colt connected building. In this example, we have a connection to the Colt fiber network in London. Under the Actions tab, we have the possibility to perform a bulk upload of our desired locations. For this, we only have to download the template, fill out the Excel sheet, and upload it back into the tool. So a quick summary here of the connectivity checker. We can check connectivity with autonomy. Detailed Colt fiber network check is possible from here, and possibility to check addresses in a bulk. Now let's move on to the order management area. Back on the homepage, we click on My Orders. Here we have two viewing options, the basic or the advanced view. Here we can also filter our orders by delivery status. If we want to configure columns displayed, we can do so from here. Or we can download also the details to Excel. Let's have a quick look how the orders will look like in a basic view. The basic view is rather intended for customers with fewer orders. This view has more details and more clarity. To view the details of an order, we can click into the order number or into the details over here. On this page, we can see all relevant information of our order. order details, key order dates, important notifications, etc. If we extend the section now next and click on all order steps, a pop-up window will open in which we can view each individual step of our order and the details. In the order details, you can find the order number, circuit reference, product type, and the name of the order manager. In the section Key Order Dates, you find the most important data of our order, from the customer signed date to code actual date. Under Site Details, we can find our A and B end information, and we can also see who is registered as a technical contact for this particular order. We can also see directly if you have any important messages. Let's click on it. As we can see, the order has been validated and our delivery date has been confirmed. Let's have a look at the settings icon. Here we can filter our messages and change the contact person. All your email notifications are also available in the notification section, including the handover notification, which has all the details of the service that has been delivered to you. There are mandatory notifications which Colt has to communicate. These cannot be turned off. The rest, you can choose whether you want to receive emails or not. If you click on the camera icon, we can see videos that can help us with the order management portal. But if you scroll back up the page, we will find more information. Here we can directly see our delivery status. Order is in progress and we have a delivery date. Just to show you when a customer action is required, red color, you can really miss it here. Information about the delay and what action is required will of course also be displayed. Above the status bar, we have more options. Change history, here you can find the changes which have been applied to your order. Under download order details as PDF, you can download the details. In the tab Delivery Next Steps, you can find out more about the delivery process. Contact us, here you can contact our customer service. Under Help, you can access help clips about the order management portal. And under Action, you can update billing information as well as order details and let your orders be accelerated and set on fast track. Under Escalation Procedure, you can learn more about our escalation process. Let us assume that we want to accelerate our order. For that, we click on the Action tab and select Expedite. A new window will appear where we can check the availability of the fast track and select a date. So again, a quick summary of the order management portal. We can check the delivery status of our orders. We can download the list of all orders in Excel format. Orders are highlighted when a customer action is required. And we can also configure notifications related to an order. And obviously, we can also expedite your order and set it on a fast track. Now let's talk about tickets for a minute. It's very easy with Colt Online. To access the ticket section in Colt Online, simply go to the menu bar, select Tickets, and click on Track Tickets. This is our ticket page in grid view. Here we can find all our tickets. As you can see, we have also introduced a new smart filter. Now, should you have several accounts within your profile, you can set one or multiple accounts to filter the data displayed. The filter will be applied across the ticket page, billing, services, planned works, and of course our new dashboard. On this page, we can also see the status of the ticket, if it is in progress, and if it is assigned. Now, to open the ticket details, we can click into the ticket number or simply click into ticket details. If you want to search for a ticket, we can use the search bar. And if you want to refine the results displayed, you can also use the filter over here. It is possible to filter by priority, date range, status, and ticket type. Now let's see how all this looks like in Live Studio. For that, we click onto the list icon. In the ticket list view, we have further options. We can customize the columns displayed by clicking into the icon over here, and a pop-up window will open. In order to move the columns, simply click into the available labels. If you would like to download the data to Excel, simply click the Excel button. You can also raise a ticket by clicking into the Raise Ticket button, available in List View and Grid View. Now, a quick summary again of the ticket dashboard. We have the total overview of all our tickets for the past 12 months. We can raise tickets from here directly, and we can download the ticket list to Excel. Now let me show you one of the most commonly used options in Kont Online, and that is raising tickets. In order to raise a ticket, all we have to do is click into the Raise Ticket button. This opens the Raise Ticket page where you can select the type of ticket you want to raise, a total of 5 categories: service issues and outages, other technical requests, planned works, billing inquiries, and of course account inquiries. Now let's open a technical ticket in the category Service Issues and Outages. For that, we simply click into this area. So here we have to select the option My service is currently not working as expected and click on Next. In this tab, we can either search for the service here or use the filter option over here. We can filter by date range, when the service went live, by service type or customer number. Now in this particular case, I have selected a cold IPVPN service and click on Next. Now we have to fill out the form. If you want to add an additional comments, we can do so here. We can also attach a document to this ticket by drag and drop or by choosing a file from our machine. If all looks correct, we simply click on Next. In the last step, we have a chance to review the details of our ticket. If you are satisfied, then we can click on Submit. Otherwise, we can always go back and edit the details by clicking into Previous. Here we see a confirmation that our ticket has been raised successfully, and we have a ticket number. To view the ticket, we can click into the hyperlinked ticket number or over here. Within the ticket summary page, we can start an interaction with the person responsible for the incident by adding relevant information or attach a document. When done, click on Send. After we have clicked Send, we will see the update directly in the ticket. Kont will then review our comments and reply to you. As you can see, this page gives you a complete overview of your ticket. Everything is being stored within the ticket. Inbound and outbound calls, emails, and the web updates as we have just seen. Now again, a quick summary. We can raise tickets online with a few clicks. Ticket number is directly available for you. We can see the progress of our tickets. We can add comments and attachments if necessary, and we can request also updates and feedback from the person responsible for our ticket. Now let's look at how you can view and manage your services in Kont Online. On the home page, you can access your services by clicking into Services and select My Active Services. Here's our service page in grid view. Here we can find all our services. The service card provides us a lot of information: circuit ID, A and B end address, bandwidth, and if the service is proactively monitored by Kont. We can raise a ticket against a service by clicking to the Raise Ticket button, or perform an action against the service, such as run diagnostics or even cease the service if we need to. If you want to search for a service, we can use the search bar. And if you want to filter the results displayed, we can use the filter over here. It is possible to filter by date range, service type, and customer number. In the list view, we can customize the columns from here. Simply click into the minus sign to remove or plus to add. If you want to download our services to Excel, we can do so from here. We can also quickly see if there are any diagnostic toolkits available for the service over here. And if you want to enable or disable the auto monitoring applied to a service, we just toggle it over here. Now to view the details of a service, we simply click into the hyperlinked circuit ID. This works the same way in grid view. This is the service details page. At first glance, we can see if there are any open tickets against our service, or if there are any scheduled planned works. And we see also how many invoices have been already generated for that particular service. If we would click into those cards, the page would navigate to one of those sections. As we have seen already in grid and list view, we can toggle the auto monitoring option on and off on top of the page. and we can raise a ticket too. Now under the action button, we can print the page, download the handover letter, or cease the service. Here we can also expand more infos about our service, such as customer information, site details, cabinet information, and service port information. If you navigate, for example, to the handover documentation section, we can download the document by clicking in the tile. A pop-up window will open. Here we will have to click into the language we want to download the document in, and the download will start automatically, as you can see on the bottom left corner. If you want to use one of the Colt's free diagnostic tools, you can click into any of those here, and this action will start up the tool. Now here I would like to show you briefly which products are covered by diagnostic tools. So as you see, the Ethernet products are covered by Service Status Tool, Performance Reporting, and Service Test Portal. IP Access has the most diagnostic toolkits available for it. And in comparison to IPVPN, we have only the Service Status Tool, the Performance Reporting Tool, the Router Tool, and the Syslog Viewer. In the ticket section, you would find tickets that are open or that have been open for the past 3 months. Same goes for PlantWorks. Within the service contact group section, we can set up contacts for this particular service. This feature will be available in the coming months. And in the section latest invoices, we will be able to find the invoices since the service went live. Now again, a quick summary of the service page. We can search and display services online. We can view services details online and download handover document. We can raise tickets. We can use the free diagnostic toolkits available to us. We can view current and future PlantWorks related to a service. And of course, we can view open and current tickets associated to this service. Now let's take a look at what we can see in the invoice and reports section. Again, on the home page, you click into download invoices or download CDRs. After the billing page has launched, we will be able to see the status of our invoices over here. Open, disputed, and closed. Now those labels have a filter functionality. Hence, if we click on one of them, the page will show us invoices in this status. So here's an example after I've selected disputed invoices. If I want to remove the breadcrumb, we can simply click into label over here, and the page will reload to its initial state. Again, in the grid view, we can see in each card information related to an invoice. We have the invoice number, status, customer name, and upload date. To download an invoice, we simply click into the bottom over here. A pop-up window will open, and we will have to select an invoice or call data records should we have voice service against that particular invoice. After that, simply click Download Selected. If you click into the Action button, we can raise tickets against an invoice in those categories, or we can also manage account details regarding that invoice, such as billing address or customer reference from here. Now let's see how invoices look like if you change to list view. In the list view and grid view, we can also perform a search. And we can also apply filters from here. Simply select your preferences and click on Apply. As usual, we can also customize the columns displayed from here. And if you want to download the invoice list to Excel, just click on the icon over here. If you want to request a copy of an invoice, we will have to mark the element over here in the box. And click here, Request a copy of a bill. This will open a pop-up window where we'll need to select the reason for the invoice copy. For example, I have changed billing address. And then click on Submit. You will see then a confirmation of our request. And within 2 to 3 days, we will find the requested invoice on the billing page. As you can see now, the invoice where I have requested an invoice copy is marked, and I can raise further copies for this invoice number. One more thing I would like to show is our free call analyzer tool. To get this tool, we click on the download button over here. This will open the call analyzer page. To download the tool, simply click into the download. And if you wish to view the video on how to use the tool, you can click over here. And if you want to download the user guide in PDF format, click on the hyperlink over here. Now again, a quick summary of the billing page. We can download the invoices as PDF. We can download the call data records. We can export invoice data to Excel. We can raise tickets directly from here. We can manage account details, and we can also download the free call analyzer tool to help us evaluate our CDRs. Now let's take a look at how we can manage our account details. Back on the home page, we click in the area Manage your account details and select, for example, Update my billing address. This opens a new page where we can change various details of our account. For example, billing address, customer reference or purchase order number, email contact for electronic delivery of our invoices, and billing language. These details will be automatically updated and will be visible during the next bill run. However, if you need to correct your invoices, you must select the option Other Account Details Inquiry. Again, a small note, all options marked with an asterisk, such as legal changes, will automatically take you to the ticket opening page. Now, let's change the billing address by selecting the option and click Next. Here we have to enter the customer number and click on Search. Then our desired account appears and we can click on Next. Here we have to select the desired billing account number and click again on Next. Here we can select one of our already stored billing addresses, or we can create a new one. As soon as we click on it, a new window will open. So we have to fill out the form and click on Submit. In our case, we simply select an already stored address and click on Next. In this step, we can also provide a new billing company name if you want to. Otherwise, we can click again on Next. Here we can also provide a new billing contact name if you want to. Otherwise, we can click again on Next. Here we see now a preview of the changed invoice details, and the only thing left to do is click on Update Changes. Here again a quick summary of account management. We can change the billing address, billing company name and billing contact name, customer reference and purchase order number. We can change the invoice language, we can change the email address for electronic invoice delivery, and by legal changes we will be brought to the raise ticket page. Now I will show you how you can manage your planned works through the portal. On the home page, we see the View Planned Work section. Colt notifies you by email of any scheduled maintenance that affects your service, but you can also check it here. So let's click on it and the new window will open. This is our planned works page and calendar view. We can change the view from month to week or day view if you like from here. As you can see, we have one planned work scheduled for the 25th of June. If you hover over the orange dot, we can see a simplified summary of the work. And if you click just in the day, then the view changes to the day view like this. And if you want to open the planned works details, we simply click into the hyperlinked reference number. Here we can see how many services are impacted by the planned work, the outage duration, and the status. The justification of the work we can view here. Now with the action button, we can copy the distribution list of the contacts notified for this planned work. Simply click into the icon and the contacts will be copied automatically to your clipboard. And as usually, we can also raise a ticket against a planned work directly from here. This would bring us to the raise ticket page where we would have to select the inquiry type, in this case, planned works. And as previously shown on the raise ticket journey, we will have to follow the on-screen instructions to raise a request. Please remember to mention the planned works reference number when raising a ticket. Now here again a quick summary of the planned works page. We can view planned work maintenance for the next 3 months or for the past 3 months. We can view and copy the distribution list of the contacts. We can request a change of the maintenance date through a ticket. We can request information about a specific planned work, also through a ticket, and we can update the contact details for all planned works notification, add, remove, or modify, also through a ticket. Now I'd like to show you how you can manage your profile settings in Colt Online. To access your profile settings, click on the settings icon and choose profile settings. Here's the main page of your profile settings. The options here change depending on whether you are a customer user or an administrator user. The main difference between the two is that an administrator can manage other users who have access to the same customer number. Under My Profile, we can update our personal information, change the language of our profile, and select our preferred method of contact. From here, we can also change our password and request additional roles. The user account area is only available for administrator users. As an administrator, you have the possibility to manage other users' access from here. We can add or remove administrator rights and create or delete users. In the tab Manage Account Access, we can add or remove additional customer numbers from our profile. Under the tab Manage Billing, we have the option of displaying, adding, or removing billing account numbers from our profile. Under Contact Management, it is possible to manage notifications on account level and service level. In this section, you can track pending requests, and if you have an administrator profile, you can approve requests from here too. So once again, a quick summary of our profile settings. We can update personal information plus password. User account management is possible as administrator. Billing account management possible from here as well. Manage account access only possible as an administrator. Contact management also only possible as administrator. And approve and reject requests also only possible as an administrator. Now we have looked at Colt Online's possibilities. Let me explain how you can get help and support. We can access the help contents available on the top of the page. This will open the Colt Online Help and Support page, where you can enter any question and find the corresponding content. However, we can also use the Help widget over here, available on the dashboard, ticket page, service page, billing page, and planned works. The content displayed in the Help widget depends on the page we are currently on. In this case, I'm on the service page, and we can see the content of diagnostic tools, proactive monitoring, etc. There's also many demo videos available on Colt Online YouTube channel. You can find them in the playlist called Colt Online. If you still need assistance and you would like to contact our support team, please visit our website colt.net and click on Contact Us. And from there, choose Support. A new page will open and you will have to choose between I am a Colt customer or not and click Next. And follow the on-screen instructions to get the corresponding support team. Besides the desktop version, you have also the possibility to download the Colt Online app for Android and iOS, so you can manage your service literally anywhere. Thank you for attending. I hope this webinar has been useful and you will be able to benefit from our Colt Online portal.